UFC 316, O'Malley vs. Merab 2 goes down this weekend, and I'm here to break down the whole card and give my predictions. Yo, starting off with the first fight of the night, we got Mederos versus Chonsky. I mean, Mederos is okay. He's 2-0 in the UFC, so that looks pretty good, but it looks better than it really is. I think he's okay. Technique's okay. Chonsky's actually really good on the ground, so I think if he gets to the ground, I think he could find a sub maybe. In reality, I'm just going to go with Mederos by decision. I guess I trust it a little bit more. I mean, this is really just kind of up in the air. I'm not really too confident in this. I'm going to go Mederos by decision. Like I said, not really too confident in it, but yeah. Yo, second fight of the night though, we got Saki versus Oshmoose. And this is actually, I'm highly anticipated for this fight. I'm hyped up for this fight. I'm going Saki by decision. He's looked really good. Training partner of Bedtime MMA, training partner of Jade. No, I'm just playing. Alright. He fucking knocked out Anshul Jubilee cold. So, yeah, he's coming back from that. Yeah, I'm just going to go Saki by decision. This is a good fight, though. I think this is going to be not a war, but I think this is going to go the distance. You know, for the third fight of the card, we got Jusang Yu versus Jackasari. And this is a good fight. I mean, I'm just going to go Yu by KO. He's got that kind of like style where he's a little bit flowy, keeps the hands down. So I think that could be a problem. Jackie could definitely crack him with something. He could also get the first round KOs. This could go either way. I don't think this goes the distance. I think somebody's getting finished. He's coming from the Korean Zombies promotion though, and he looked really good in there. So I'm just gonna go Yu by KO in round 1. But like I said, he kind of keeps his hands down. He kind of moves out the way. He's real flowy with it, and I can see Jekka actually countering with something really nasty. For the fourth fight of the night, we got Wang Kong versus Lipsky, and I'm not even gonna waste too much time on this shit. Wang Kong is really good. She looked really good. Her striking is really fucking good, and Lipsky just loses. I mean, look at the record. She loses a lot, so I don't know. I think it speaks for itself. I mean, the minus 500, yeah, I think that's about accurate, to be honest. Yeah, Wang Kong's definitely the safe pick. Yo, and this next one's actually kind of a pick'em. I really don't know what to do here. I mean, if you're betting, I say Chaos Williams by decision. I really don't know. Same thing with this next fight. It's kind of, I don't know. Andreas Gustafsson was supposed to fight on that last card versus Trevin Giles, and I picked him versus Trevin Giles because I thought that was going to be easy clinch work KO. Chaos Williams, though, I don't know. I don't think Chaos Williams is the best. I don't think he's world champion material, but I do think he's good. He's got really good takedown defense, and I do think that's going to translate well into the clinch game. And Andreas has really good offensive clinch game. That's kind of his thing. That's what I was picking him to use up against Trevin Giles. I think it can play a factor here. If he's going to win, I think that's how it's going to go. But I do see Chaos Williams being able to crack him, hit him with some hard shit coming in. Like I said, being able to defend the takedowns, and that's going to translate well into that clinch game. I think he's going to be defensively well in the clinch game. I don't know, about offensive. Chaos Williams, like I said, he hits hard. So not only can he crack him and be able to kind of like back him up and not let him get into that clinch, I think he also could knock out Andreas Gustafsson. Yeah, so like I said, bro, this is really like a pick'em fight. If you're a betting man, I wouldn't throw money on this shit. I'm just going to go Chaos Williams by decision. I think it's the safest one, but I can also see Williams getting this shit done by KO. Yeah. Yo, and next up on the card, we got Sergey Spivac versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. A little hyped up for this fight, not really. Spivac can just lay on him in the first round and make it a boring ass fight. I'm gonna go Waldo Cortez Acosta KO round 1 because I am really hyped up on him. I think he works good off the jab. I think he's got good hands. Some of the fights, I know it's a little questionable here and there, but I am high on him. I think he's good. I think he's got good ground game too. But with that being said, Sergey Spivac does have a lot of first round finishes. Slight favorite. Yeah, a lot by, yeah, see, most people are probably going to say Spivac by first round sub. If you're a betting man and you're going to throw money on the card, I think that would be a safe bet if you want to make some money. I think that's a safe bet. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Waldo Cortez Acosta to be my underdog pick at the card. I think it's capable. I mean, I'm not the only one. People see the potential in the hands. I think he can get it done. I don't know really what round. I'm just gonna say first round, but I think he TKOs him at some point. And next up we got Azamat Mrzakhanov versus Brenson Ribeiro, and I mean, as a member, Mirzakhanov's look really good. I'm going to trust him to get TKO. I'm not going to lie, though. Ribeiro hits hard, and I can see him kind of shocking. I can't see him just getting the upset here. Minus 550, I think, is a little crazy. He's really not in the best shape. What's the age difference to 28? Yeah, I'm telling you, he hits hard, way better shape. I think he moves better. I don't know about the counter shots, but I don't know. I do think that Ribeiro can get the upset here. I'm going to trust Mirzakhanov to get it done. It's literally, I mean, look at this. I'm just going to go with the favor here, but I'm just going to say don't be surprised if Ribeiro does get the upset. And next up, we got my GOAT. We got Joshua Van on the card. Joshua Van versus Bruno Silva. And this is a little worrying. I'm going to pick Van. Same thing kind of with the Waldo Cortez Acosta. This is my guy. I'm riding for him, So, of course, I'm going to pick Van. I'm going to pick him by decision. I think he's a slugger, but I don't know if he's got that knockout power to just kind of run through guys, especially guys like Bruno Silva. But what worries me is Bruno Silva does kind of have that power to run through guys, and we've seen Joshua Van get somewhat recently knocked out by Charles Johnson or whatever, so that's not the best look. Bruno Silva is a hard-hitting guy. This could also be a really good upset pick. I'm gonna go with Joshua Van. I think he does get it done, especially over 3 rounds. I think he can get it done. He's got a good chin, mini Max Holloway. Just he needs to, back up and not slug with him. He cannot slug with Bruno Silva, but I do think he's, got the hands. I do think he's got the clinch work good enough to beat a guy like Bruno Silva. I think he'll run through this. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bruno Silva does the same thing in Ribeiro here and pulls off the upset. Now Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. Some people might kind of not like this pick. I'm going to go with Holland by KO. I think just Vicente Luque at this point in his career, we've seen what he did with Joaquin Buckley, kind of gave up. I'm not going to say he's just going to give up. We saw what he did with Themba Gorimbo. That shit was mad impressive. So, people think he's back. I just don't think he's back like that. I just don't think that Themba Gorimbo is really ready for this echelon of the division yet. I know Kevin Holland really didn't look good against RDR. I forgot who he lost to before that. He just beat Gunnar Nelson by decision. I think against guys like this, I think if you put Kevin Holland up against anybody that's got a name that's on the way up, like a MVP, then I think don't bet on Holland. But anybody like a Gunnar Nelson, a Vicente Luque, I would have said Wonderboy too, but he lost to him. I don't know, but Kevin Holland, I said after that RDR fight, I said never bet on Kevin Holland again. But it's really hard not to when he's fighting guys like Gunnar Nelson and Vicente Luque, And so I'm just gonna trust him to get the TKO in later rounds, kind of like the Santiago Ponzinibbio fight. I can see Vicente Luque really touching him up with the leg kicks. I could really see him touching up more technique-wise with the hands, but I think Kevin Holland's gonna find just a good shot. He's gonna have power. I think he's gonna find Vicente Luque's chin, lay him out. Yeah, and I think it's just gonna look really similar to the Ponzinibbio TKO. And next up on the card, people are not gonna fucking like this pick, but I'm just gonna pick Mario Batista by decision. I think it's the safest bet. I think, fuck man, look at this Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix is good, crazy dangerous on the ground, but I think Mario Batista's got better boxing. We saw the clinch work with what he did with Jose Aldo. Obviously, Jose Aldo's got perfect takedown defense, so he couldn't get him down, but he was able to hold him there. And if you're able to do that to somebody like that with Jose Aldo, who was trying to get him off him the whole time, but if you're, able to do something like that to Jose Aldo, Patchy Mix, like I said, has got a good ground game, but I could see Mario Batista just negating it, just being he throws a lot of volume too. If it's on the feet, I know people hate him for that Jose Aldo fight, but he throws a lot of volume. In a 3-round fight, at one point, he threw almost 300 strikes. I mean, it was real shy of it. It was like 280. So yeah, I do think that Mario Batista is going to win this. I do think that he's good enough to win this. Patchy Mix could pull it off. Same thing as, some of these other upsets like Bruno Silva and whatever. I think that he could pull it off. I mean, it's not fucking an upset, but I'm just saying, I don't think he has good enough striking. I mean, he might be able to beat a guy like Batista, but if he does, how does he beat Sean O'Malley or Umar or Merab, Peter Yan even? I mean, how do you beat any of those guys? Corey Sandhagen, Davidson Figueiredo, I think smokes him. I mean, especially, he's got nuclear hands and good ground game. Patchy Mix is lacking in one of those, so I really think that Mario Batista is going to get this done. I'm just going to say by decision. I don't think Mario Batista is fucking Mike Tyson. I don't think he's going to KO him. I also don't think that he's going to sub him because Patchy Mix is amazing on the ground. So I think the ground game is really just going to negate itself. Yeah, besides that, I do think Mario Batista is just going to be able to out-volume him, out-technique him, get him up against the cage, clench work him. If he goes down to the ground, Patchy Mix, that's going to be his world. But I still think Mario Batista's ground game isn't he's not slouching. So, next up, this is an easy fight, bro. Joe Pyer versus Kevin Gastelum. Yeah, I thought this is how it was going to look. I'm just going to choose Pyer by KO. I think he's, Sean Brady outclassed this guy dominantly, and that's like Joe Pyfer's main training partner. So he already has the blueprint of how to beat him. Plus, he's got that nasty nuclear power. Kevin Gastelum likes some tacos. I think he's a bit out of shape, especially after that last fight fell out. I think he was instantly just devouring tacos left and right. Yeah, so I'm going to trust in body cams Pyer here, and I think he's going to lay him out. I don't think he's going to lay him out cold, but I think he will get him up against the cage, hit him with some nasty shit, get him down, shovel hook him, and I think we're going to see a TKO from Joe Pyer here. Or, to be honest, you know what? I can't see him knocking him out fucking cold. I can see Gastelum trying to come in with one of those winging overhands, and Joe Pyer just right down the pipe, laying him out fucking nasty. In the co-main event, I'm going to go with Kayla Harrison. I see on Tapology a lot of people are picking it, but I've actually seen in media, I've seen a lot of people picking Juliana Pena. I think if she gets it done, it's going to be by fluke. I don't think she's that technical in anything. I don't really know how she wins a lot of her fights. I mean, she's got some good fucking wins. But I think Harrison's too dominant. I think she's going to be too strong. I know she had a close-ish fight with Ketlin Vienna, but we just saw how Ketlin Vienna dominated Macy Chasillon last card. And so, that's aging well. She's done really good in the division so far, and I think she's just going to dominate Juliana Pena. I don't really see how Pena wins this besides maybe, she's not going to take her down. She's not going to if she wins, it's going to be by fluke KO. So, yeah, I don't know. Harrison by decision, I think that's the safest bet. And finally on the card, bro, people probably aren't going to really agree with me on this, but I'm just going to go O'Malley KO in round 1. In my predictions, I've been saying O'Malley KO within 3 because I think that's the safest bet. But I think if he's going to knock him out cold, I think it's got to be in the first round. I think Sean can win a split decision here. I mean, it's going to be hard, but I think if he just pops, use that range, he's got a good style to kind of, you know, as long as he's moving, Merab's not going to shoot on him. And if he could just kind of move, pop, do some damage, not get taken down too much, win a couple rounds, I think he can win the split decision. But I do think the best option here is O'Malley by KO. I think he hurts him. I think he's going to be a TKO in either round 1 or round 3. I think the volume of him is going to be a lot. I mean, obviously, Merab don't care about fucking volume. But, yeah, I do think it's going to stack up. I do think O'Malley's going to get this shit done. What's the favorite? Yeah, see, it's still slight because O'Malley does got that style. He didn't do that bad in that last fight as people think. But, yeah, man, I'm going to go O'Malley. I think KO within the first 3, but I do think it's got to be in round 1 cold, or it's going to be in round 3 due to volume, and I think it's going to be a nice little TKO. But, yeah, those are my picks for UFC 316, O'Malley versus Merab 2. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys think some of these are going to go. Let me know your guys' picks, and, yeah, man, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one, bro. Peace.